Hello and welcome to the web design class for this web design class, and the essence of this is just to make sure you know how to design your websites without necessarily knowing how to write any lines of code. Okay, we are going to be using a content management system, and with the content management system, you don't need to write any line of code. All you need to do is to just you drag and drop, you make edits, and before you know it, you have your website. So without wasting much time, let's get into it. So firstly, you need to get your domain name. Your domain name is just like the name of your business. So you need to register your domain name first. After registering your domain name, you host that domain name. Your domain name is actually your URL. So how do you do all of this? First thing you need to do is to get a hosting company or a hosting website. We have a lot of them, but I will recommend that just for the sake of testing, and if you know that you don't have much traffic for now, if you're not expecting much traffic on your website, you can make use of Nigerian hosts. We have quite a lot of them. We have Google Hosts, googlehosts.com. We have hostnownow.com. We have domainking.ng, and we also have smartweb.com.ng. Now, they can be more than this, but these are just the ones I can remember for now. This is Google Hosts, this is Host Now, this is Domain King, this is Smart Web. So they all offer virtually the same service, but I'm more familiar with Smart Web, so I'm going to be showing you how to use Smart Web. So now, once you select your hosting company, then you try to check for the availability of your domain name. So domain name usually carries the name of your business. So for example, if your business is Fifi's Fluffy Touch, then you can come here and type Fifi's Fluffy Touch.com to check if it is available or not. Well, it is available. This particular URL is available at the rate of 8,500. So let's assume we want to use this. I'm not going to be using it in the long run, but just to show you, let's assume I want to use this. I just click on add to cart. Then click on the checkout button. Now here I will have to do some configuration, then I make payments. But before I do that, since this domain name is available, which is fififluffytouch.com is available, this is just the domain name registration. I have not done the hosting, so I'll click on this point where it says no hosting, click to add. So I'm going to click on this to add hosting to it. Alright, now that I've clicked on adding add hosting, now you can see the different hosting packages: standard, starter package, business package, premium package, and all of these are monthly. You can also see corporate packages there, and these packages they have different space. For example, this is 10 gig web space, this is 3 gig web space, This is a 20 gig space, as well as as well as the bandwidth. Okay, so let's say I want to order this one, probably because the website, there's no much content there for now, and then there's no much visitor there, so I can select this. I click on order now. Then it will ask me to choose a domain. Since I already have a domain in my cart, I will just use this domain which I have in my cart, so I just click on use. And it's still loading. Alright, so now I have the order summary. Everything is 8,062. That is if I'm going to be selecting the hosting for a whole year. So I can actually change that here. For example, if I click on this, if I want to select monthly, let's say I just want to test, just do a test of everything, I can just select monthly. You can do quarterly, semi-annually, that's twice in a year. Annually, that's once in a year. So whichever one you want to. Now you can discover that if you are selecting annually, that's if you are paying for 1 year, the domain is actually going to be free. They are going to give you the domain for free. But if you are paying maybe monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually, the domain you are going to pay for it, that's around 8,500. So if you really want to do this, it's better you can just select this 7,500, which is per year annually, and the domain is going to be free. So we can continue. This is the summary of our order. Continue here. All right, so now we have the domains configuration. You can leave all of this, DNS management, ID protection, email forwarding. You can leave all of that for now. You can always go back to them later. So just click on continue. Okay, so here we are at the checkout page. Well, I thought they were going to give us the domain registration for free as they promised, but it happened that it's not free. From what I'm seeing here, they've summed up the two charges, that's for hosting and registration, to be 16,000 and a VAT of 1,200, and total is 17,200. So you just check out like you do normally when you are shopping online, and I think that's all. So once you do that, they will send you email containing your configuration. If you don't have an account before, you will be prompted to create an account with them. But for me, I already have an account, which is this. So if I should complete order now, they will prompt me to make payments, which I am not going to do because I'm not going to pay for that domain. I already have a domain I want to use for the purpose of this class. So next is the payments. This is through Flutterwave, but like I said, I'm not going to make any payment. And this is the invoice that was generated for me. So I'm not going to make any payments. I'll just go back. And then I will empty these cards. Okay, it's no longer on my cards, but I believe it should be added to my invoice now. I think it should be added to my invoice now. Anyways, that's just the step in registering a domain and hosting that domain, which we are not doing now. So next, in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can also create a free account and get a free domain. in the next class. So thank you. Okay, welcome back again. So the last time I showed you how you can register a domain and how you can host that domain. Now let us see. Now before I forget, I'm going to put a link in case you want to register your domain and host it on Smart Web. I'm going to post a link at the description of these videos, of all the videos, the first one, this second one, and subsequent videos, so that you can always use that link to make a purchase from Smart Web. You can register your domain and host that domain through that link. Please, if at all you are going to host your domain and register your domain, please make use of that link. It's really going to help me and encourage me to do more of this. Now let's see how we can create a URL or a domain for free. We are going to make use of a service known as 000 web hosts. So just go to your browser and type 000webhost.com. Now let me warn that when you are making use of 000 web hosts, their services might not really be what you want because it is free. And if it is free, it's going to come up, it's going to have a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily need. So you just have to bear with them. Okay, they are going to, number one, your domain name is going to be like a subdomain of their own domain. So if, for example, that Fifi's fluffy touch that we did the other time is going to be Fifi fluffy touch.000webhost.com, and then they are going to be pushing a lot of ads for you that you might not need. So now we are at their website. Scroll down and you will see it all starts here. Under this you will see all these different types of hosting, free web hosts, single shared, premium, business hosting. What we want is the free web hosting. So, and you can see that it actually has limitation. Number one, you can only have one website, and then you have 300 megabyte of disk space. That means you cannot really upload a lot of content into that website. Your text, video, images, and everything you have, all your files must not be more than 300 megabyte. And then the bandwidth to is 3 gigabyte. That means not a lot of people can log in at a single time. And then there is no email account, and then there is no 24/7 support. So just go to free sign up, and then we'll wait for that to load. Now the next thing for you to do is to sign up and create an account and have an account with them. So you enter your email address. I'm going to be using this email, nailwith@gmail.com, and then I'm going to put in a password there. Enter 8 characters or more. So I'm going to think of a password. So let's hope this works. And here they come with their verification. Click each image containing a dangerous C. Oh my goodness, how will I know dangerous C? So let me just do all of this, and then when I've set up everything, so I'm done with the verification, and then they are asking me to go to my email to verify that they sent a verification email. So I'm going to go to the email, and let me see. Let me refresh this. Alright, so here it is. Just click to verify your email. Alright, so now that this is done, I can just come back here. Okay, now that I've verified the I've clicked on the verification link sent to the mail I used. This is the next page you're supposed to get. So, learn with ease. Welcome to 00 web host handboss. Then let's create some magic. This is if you don't know how to do this from scratch, but if you know how to do some of this, just go to It's Not My First Rodeo, take me to the panel. Alright, now you are expected to enter details about your website. The first thing is the website name. They made it optional, but it's also very cool. So let's say we are creating something for now let's say we want to create a website for a beauty store. So I can just call it I think we're using Fluffy's, so let's just call it Fluffy's Beauty Palace. And then this is the here, don't make sure you put in an email that you will always remember, a password rather that you always remember. So I'll put in that password there, then submit. So most times it gives all these errors because of some of the criteria they've set, so you have to make sure you bypass that. I'm just going to pause the video and make sure I rectify this after. So I think the error I was having before was because of the website name. One of the criteria they gave is that you cannot use the space. That's, you can only use hyphen Latin letter. So if I want to make it to be more than one word, I need to make it, I need to use hyphen. So beauty palace. So now this should work. So I already told you that they have a lot of limitations. They are going to limit you a lot if you are making use of free hosting. Alright, so this is the next page. Since we are using WordPress, we have to select this, that's install WordPress, and then they will ask you all this information. So I'm going to pause the video while I put in all this information, after which I'm going to click on install. Alright, now I've done all of that and it's installing. So once again I'm going to, let me see. So I'm going to pause until it has finished installing all of that. Alright, now our page is ready. So from here you can go to configuration page. Oops, I'm having an error. Let me go to home page again. Come in, let me try to fix this error and I'll be back. Okay, I wouldn't know why I had that error the other time, but I always signed in. You probably saw the option for sign in the other time, so I signed in and it took me to my web my domain, which is this. You can see Fluffy Beauty Palace as a URL, which is a subdomain of 00 web host. So I can just go to manage websites, and this will take me to my dashboard. So from the dashboard I can start managing the content of these websites. So I guess the WordPress installation I did the other time was not successful, so probably I have to do it again. So I'm going to repeat the process again. I think it was not successful, I have to do it again. I'm going to put. So it's successful now and I can easily log in. So I have logged in and I have my dashboard now, which is successful. So from this dashboard I can start working on other things. So that will be that for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.